Andrea, when you pick companies and founders to work with, are you thinking about these downstream investors and how they're going to look at the opportunity? Or do you just think, great founder, great product, great market, there's enough information there? Are you thinking, can this get to 100 million in revenue, or just that's kind of an abstraction?
No, absolutely. You know, you were talking earlier about when entrepreneurs always put in that profit or the nonprofit spin, and it's not very attractive. So same thing, you know, even though it's our own capital, you know, we're still not running a charity. We are looking for, you know, growth, revenue, all that kind of good stuff. So absolutely, you know, before we even write that very first check, we're, you know, kind of looking into the future, like, is this company going to be interesting to the Andreessens of the world, or the Sequoias, or the folks along the food chain that are going to write those bigger, larger checks?
What do you perceive they're interested in today?
Well, I'm thinking of the latest one that we just sent to Andreessen. I don't know if we can name names, but okay, so it's a company called...
I give you permission.
Okay, it's called GoShare,
yeah.
And we absolutely love this guy. He's actually based in San Diego, and you wouldn't think of San Diego as like the hotbed of, you know, entrepreneurs and things like that, but it's starting to sort of become that. So anyways, based in San Diego, and this guy just runs such an efficient operation, and his tagline is, "Your friend with a truck." So it's basically, you know, when you go to Costco and you find that barbecue that you like and you think that's really interesting, but there's no way I can put this half-ton stainless steel barbecue in my truck or in my car. So I essentially need to hire a friend with a truck, and that's what their company does. But at any rate, so he just tracks every single metric. And every time he sends an investor update, which is something we definitely like, and I would encourage every entrepreneur to constantly, if nothing else, over-communicate with your investors. But we see these things, and they come across our desk, and it's just off the charts. It's always up and to the right with all of his metrics. So he presents himself very well. He's very organized. And so with great confidence, I immediately thought, well, shoot, I just met with, you know, my favorite folks at Andreessen. I'm going to put this guy in front of them, and let's see what happens. And luckily, they loved him, you know, and he followed up with them. And same thing like with us. He was over communicating. He was very clear with his objectives. He wasn't wasting the investors' time, just like he didn't waste ours. And phenomenal. And
there's something about taking the work seriously. We have this internal phrase we use, which is do the work, and take the work seriously. Like, this is not like a hobby. And I think there's a lot of people right now who are looking at like, oh, I'm going to try on being an entrepreneur. And we're like, we're kind of serious about this.
Oh yeah, just like with us. I mean, we are angel investors, and essentially it's our own capital. We don't have anyone to report to but ourselves, but we take ourselves very seriously.
Yeah.
And so we'd like to think that the entrepreneurs that we invest in take their businesses very seriously. So you're absolutely right.
I am obsessed with email. You know this because I'm probably emailing you now about the podcast. We have a This Week in Startups podcast list, and we send all of our listeners updates on the podcast. Who's been on the show, maybe a live episode's coming up, live stream is firing off, and we constantly get new people finding out about our podcast. And so we use Campaign Monitor, which is an easy-to-use email marketing platform. And it comes with incredible templates, and it's got a drag and drop editor, which I'm about to show you here, as well as 24/7 customer support and over 250,000 businesses using them all over the world. But it's so quick to set up something called email automation. What is email automation? This is one of the greatest tools you can add to your startup or business's success. And in the example I'm going to show you, we set up an automation. I'll hit play here and I'll sportscast it. And you see us putting in the logo and putting in some spacing, adding images, and we're telling you about all the different episodes on This Week in Startups. We're seeing a preview on an iPhone. And also, we say, hey, if somebody signs up for the list, wait 15 minutes and then send them this best of email with shows that we've done in the past. And then it says, wait 3 days, and then send them another best of show. In other words, if you sign up for our mailing list and you just found out about This Week in Startups, we can set this drip campaign to give you drip, 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 a couple of emails letting you know about our events, about past episodes. And people love this kind of stuff. It re-engages people. It's not enough to just collect the email. You have to think about the emails you're sending to people. You have to make them look beautiful. You have to have a clear call to action. And here is your clear call to action right now. I want you to try Campaign Monitor for free at campaignmonitor.com/twist. Listeners who sign up and become a customer will receive a free t-shirt. You can really change the course of your business by using campaignmonitor.com. I love the product. My team loves the product. And let me tell you something. Doing this automation used to be something that you had to work with a developer to do. That's why so few companies did it. Now Campaign Monitor has made it quick and easy, and they have a huge library of examples. So go there right now, campaignmonitor.com/twist.